Hey Raiders, we're almost ready to start school and we want to say welcome back. I have our attendance administrator, Ms. Jackson, with us today, and we're going to give you some important reminders to get the school year started off correctly. So a couple things. We start on August 15th at 8:15. Remember, we have new school hours this year. We start a little earlier and go a little longer. So we start at 8:15 and end at 3:45. So please make sure that you're on time for the first day of school. Couple reminders reminding the first day of school. You're going to come in, you'll find your name on the wall, you'll go to your first period class, and that's where you'll receive your schedule. So we want to make sure that you understand that. Go to first period the first day, your name will be on the wall as you come in the building, and there'll be people here to assist you, but that's where you'll find your schedule. In regards to bus routes, I'll make sure we include the link in this video. Please check out your bus route. Some bus routes have changed, pick up and drop off sites. So please make sure you're aware of where you can pick up. Well, let Ms. Jackson talk about some important attendance reminders. We are having Saturday school this Saturday.
We are indeed.
For any student who last semester lost credit. If you want to get a jump start on making sure and ensuring that you have all your credits from last semester, we have Saturday school from 8 to noon this Saturday.
8 to noon, be here by 7:50.
7:50, that's a great way to get 4 hours made up. If you have any questions about whether you need it, just remember if you have more than 4 absences last year in the spring semester, you need it. So just want to make you aware. What other things do you have for us, Ms. Jackson?
Well, I'd like to talk to parents for a minute too. I want to encourage you to get online and get onto Parent Portal. You can go to the Fort Worth ISD homepage and then the Families tab, and then you'll see on the left-hand column the link for the requesting access to the Parent Portal. Parents, this is a great opportunity for you to be able to know at any time how your student is doing, what their attendance is like, what their grades are like. You can even look at their transcript, see how many credits they have, so that you know way early if they are in trouble grade-wise or attendance-wise, and we can jump on that and not wait to the last minute.
And I can just say, as a dad of 4 kids and 3 of them have graduated high school, the older they get, it seems to be the less information they want to give to you. So as parents, going behind and having a tool that allows you to see how your high school student is doing on the day-to-day, from grades to credits to attendance, it's so critical. So parents, a lot of times people ask me, what can I do to support my child in high school? Number one thing you can do is start by signing up for Parent Portal and just checking in. A weekly check-in with your child over grades, attendance, behavior, credits. Those are all really important conversations that you can have around the dinner table.
Absolutely. Students, I want you to check your focus and check your transcript. Check right now, just as Mr. Ingles said, you can see if you lost credit. There's a little asterisk next to the class if you lost credit because of attendance. And then you can email me and I'll let you know how many hours you need, or you can come to Saturday school this Saturday and I'll let you know how many hours you need.
And that's important. So you may see a passing grade, because remember in high school, even if you make above a 70, if you have the absences, you lose credit. And again, that seems so silly to me and to Ms. Jackson and to our teachers that you've done the work, but because of attendance, you're not going to get credit. So we really want you to take advantage of the support that we're trying to provide and make sure that you are responsible in getting and looking at what you need to do to be prepared.
Our Saturday schools are starting this Saturday, the 13th, and it runs every Saturday until September the 17th. So the full 6 weeks, the very first 6 weeks, plus this Saturday, because Mr. Ingles said, hey, let's give them another opportunity. It runs from 8 to noon. We ask you to be here by 7:50 so we can get you checked in. You have to be physically here for an hour and complete the work that we give you to get an hour back of attendance recovery. Next on my list, Attendance Appeal Committee. If something happens, if there's something major that happens to your family, your house burns down, there is a major sickness, you get hospitalized, things like that, things that are outside of your control. We call those extenuating circumstances. If something like that happens, and I don't want it to happen to you, but if it does, we do have a way for you to get help. It's called an attendance appeal petition. you can email me. I'll send you a copy of the petition. You give us your documentation about what's going on, and then the committee can review it and then hopefully vote for you to get back that attendance because of things outside of your control. Now, it's not for things like, oh, I decided to go to the donut shop and missed class. It has to be for something.
Or I wanted to go on vacation, right? Extended vacation, things like that. But we understand sometimes there is a death in the family where you have to travel, outside of Texas, for a relative. Again, we want to make sure that you have the documentation and those things. We want to work with every student, every situation. But again, we can't work with what we don't know.
Absolutely.
The number one thing is communication and communicating with Ms. Jackson. So we do have a process, but in order for you to take part of that process, you have to know what you need and make sure you email Ms. Jackson.
When it comes to when you do have an absence, make sure you turn in your notes. If you have doctor's notes or if you have a parent and a parent says, you know what, he woke up, he was puking, he needed to stay home, which if you're puking, yes, please stay home.
Definitely stay home.
Please make sure you turn those notes into Miss Alonzo, our wonderful attendance clerk, within 5 days. She has a 5-day window that she can process those notes. So please make sure you turn them in. But you do need to know that as far as the state of Texas goes, an absence is an absence.
Yes.
We want you to turn in those notes so that we have evidence so that if we have to do a petition, that we have evidence that your student wasn't just skipping, they were home for a reason, they were out of school for a reason. So please, if you have a reason for being out, doctor's notes, whatever, please make sure you turn those in within 5 days. There are a few things that will not count against you. For instance, seniors are allowed to have 2 college visits. Mm-hmm. So if you go and visit a college this year as a senior, make sure you get your note from the college proving that you were there, and those days do not count against you. But for the most part, most absences will count against you for absences. And as like Mr. Engel said earlier, you only get 4 absences in the first semester. And that's based on if you start the year with us and you don't change classes, because your absences are not based on days, on how many days you missed, it's on a percentage. So if you are here the entire semester and in the same classes the entire semester, you can have up to 4 absences and be okay. But if you switch classes or you start the year later, you have less days available and that you're in that class and therefore less days that you can miss. So you gotta be really careful about why you are missing school and try not to. Try to be here so that you don't have to worry about losing credit.
And the number one thing is what Ms. Jackson just said at the end. In order to be successful, and we're trying to teach you skills that are going to carry over to any career, college, anything that is beyond high school, one of the things is showing up. So you get what you earn, and one of the things we need you to earn is your credit through attendance. So big takeaway today is whether it's an excused or unexcused absence, it really doesn't matter. You only get 4 absences. Next big takeaway is if you need anything regarding absences, if you're confused, whether you're a parent or a student, we have an administrator here to support you. Make sure you reach out to her. Don't wait until it's too late, because let's say you don't take advantage of any of the Saturday schools this first 6 weeks. Well, can I make it up in October? No, you've missed your opportunity to make it up. And then all that work from the spring will go for naught. So I want to encourage you to do that. Last thing we're going to talk about is COVID. We do know that it's kind of making, still out there in some instances. But if you get COVID, what do we need? Well, we want you to be okay, but we also want you to make sure that you document that with Ms. Jackson and understand that COVID regulations, according to the CDC and Fort Worth ISD, is that you miss 5 days of school or 5 days from when you started showing symptoms. So if you start on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, not Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, Tuesday. It's not 7 days and 5 days of school. It's 5 days from the day you start symptoms. So again, the best thing to do is if you get COVID, email Ms. Jackson. We'll include her email here in the video. So thank you, Ms. Jackson. I appreciate you always taking care of attendance. I want to remind everyone of 2 other policy changes that are really important. One, IDs. Everyone is going to be expected to wear their ID, from staff to student. Anybody in our building that is an employee or student here at Fort Worth ISD must wear an ID this year. That's due to our safety protocol that we are really enforcing. And parents and students, the last thing I want to talk about, and Ms. Jackson was demonstrating, our phones. This year our policy here at Southwest High School is students will not be able to have their phone out during class. We're not taking it away from them. They'll always be on them. They can have it out during passing periods and lunch, but during class, we're going to be focused on learning. So please, parents, go ahead and start prepping your students for that, because that will include, well, can I just listen to music? No, we're not. Phones or using our phones will not be a part of our daily instruction here at Southwest High School. So we just want to make sure that everyone understands that, and we really move towards making sure instruction is our #1 priority. Again, we look forward to seeing everyone. If we need to see you this Saturday, we'll see you Saturday at 7:50 in the front. Other than that, we look forward to seeing everyone starting Monday, 8:15 in the front. Can't wait to see you. We're going to have a great 2022-23 school year. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.